History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. We brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
On this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. This hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette that cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is not our normal, but Got Your Six Racing Network is back on air. We're here with the Keep Diggin' Stroke Foundation 125 at Talladega. As always, my good friend Clayton Hack is with me. Clayton, Good evening, 2 nights in a row. I hope you are well. You ready for this?
Yes, sir. Certainly am. Definitely, as you said, out of the normal. So going to be a little bit different way to race control tonight, but I'm sure it'll still be a good show with the guys that keep digging. They put on a heck of a race every time they step out on track. So I'm sure Big Duke and the whole crew put together another great one for us here tonight.
Yeah, they're out on track right now in practice. We're waiting for qualifying to come up. We got a great program for you tonight. It is 50 laps, NASCAR trucks around Talladega. The fuel is super regulated. Clayton, what do you think about the fuel situation?
Yeah. So, excuse me. I jumped in just a quick test drive just to see what fuel looked like. With 25%, man, I was only looking at 7 green flag laps of fuel. So 50 lap race, we're looking anywhere between 7 to 8 pit stops for tonight's winner. Yes, if you're behind the leader, you're not full throttle, but if you're up front, man, you cannot be up front for more than 7, heck, maybe even 6 when the speeds get up even faster than they are right now during practice. I kind of shocked, man. I mean, obviously nobody's going to take tires, but there's going to be a ton of fuel calculating and fuel saving.
Can they make a run? How many laps are tires good for?
Oh, tires at a super speedway. They'll run the Daytona 500 in the Cup Series and change one set of tires. So tires will not be an issue, I don't think, especially with trucks with how stable they are. I don't think we'll see a single tire change. Maybe if somebody spins and slides on all 4 to a stop, then we might see them take a fresh set. But as far as like a green flag pit stop or a quick caution trying to maintain track position, everybody comes. I don't think we'll see tires go on a single truck.
Yeah, kind of different for us. We're going to have pit stops tonight. We're not at the local dirt track. We're at Talladega, so a little bit different for me. We'll do our best. What we can track here, what's going on pit road is just as important as what's going on the track, which is a little bit different. So we'll get through the night. I'd like to thank the good folks at Keep Diggin' for putting this on. It is a charity for the Stroke Foundation. And there's a big raffle. If you want any information on Keep Diggin', you can check out. They got a Discord page. The program is, as soon as practice wraps up here, we'll go into qualifying. Once the drivers qualify, we'll have the national anthem. Then we'll get into the 50-lap race. All of this is to raise funds for the Stroke Foundation. Currently at the top of the board, Cody Anderson, 51:19 is the best time. You can see trucks out on track, drafting each other, kind of getting a feel for what's going on out on the track. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. If we see cars sideways tonight, that's not a good thing, as is typical at Friday Night Lights. We'll give you our best perspective of what's going on. Looks like we have a full house, Clayton. I'm counting 34, 35 drivers for tonight. So it is going to be a packed house.
Yeah, 35 car field is going to be some great racing. Might see a few individual packs if we got green flag pit stops. We'll have bunches of 5 as we got a 2-car pile up on the backstretch. Luckily, it's just practice right now. Looks like 2 teammates, Jeremy Gill, and I believe that was the 13 of Matthew Everard as well. Identical schemes, bump drafting gone wrong on the backstretch there. Hopefully they can figure that out come race time. We definitely do not want to see teammates taking each other out like that.
On the outside, 13 gets into that right rear of the 22. Around he goes. Of course, you're hoping you don't see that in the race with teammates getting into each other. Tonight's race put on by Keep Diggin. As we are counting down to qualifying, Clayton, it's about time to get the cars out on the track and see what we got for the 50-lap race.
Yeah, checkered flag just flew for practice, so all the fun drafting partners, they're now going.
All the links for the broadcast are in Discord, in Big Duke Sim Racing Discord. Waiting for the car to start coming out on track. Looks like Aubrey Thompson is the first car out on the track. That is the number 38 machine. Justin Mills out on track in the 4 machine. Take these cars a little bit to get up to speed. Jeremy Gill in the 22 went for a ride earlier in practice. That 22 is out on the course. Joe Heel in the number 9 machine. 77 Splash and Go Graphics. I've used Splash and Go Graphics myself. The 77 of Chris Gutierrez is out on track. Dave Payton getting up to speed in the 24 machine. There's 38 on the track, 24 on my board.
Yeah, no more drafting partners for these guys. It's all about who can get the best exit straight away from the pits, get that momentum around the top of 3 and 4, try to shoot down the little bit of a hill that Talladega and Daytona seem to have, and then just the smoothest. You'll obviously be wide open, and the smoothest set of hands around the bottom all the way around will hopefully land you on the pole. I love qualifying at Super Speedway because it all starts from the drop of the clutch coming off a pit road.
So we haven't recorded a time yet. Taking them a little bit to get up to speed. As long as my timing tower is working. Again, put this together just this afternoon. Super Speedway, totally different racing. Clayton, what do you think the strategy is early? To get up in line and get some drafting in to save fuel, or are you just running hard?
Oh, yeah. Seeing the fuel the way it is, I'm definitely, if anything, I might even fall back. I might drop to mid-pack, maybe 3/4 back. Some people might prefer very back. We see Denny Hamlin do it at the 500 almost every time he races it. He drops to the very back. 1, you're saving the most fuel back there. You're basically being towed around. And 2, if and when the big one that we know is going to come, when it comes, you're in the best position to see what's happening. You got the most time to get on the brakes. You won't get hit from behind. And you can hopefully come out of the incident unscathed. But yeah, with fuel this limited, I'm definitely going to the back and letting the other boys that want to run up front, you go ahead and tow me and enjoy your TV time up there. And hopefully I can stay back, save my fuel, and not need that extra lap of fuel at the end when they have to come in. Hopefully I have saved myself enough to be able to putt one more time around and possibly come out with a win or podium, a top 5, whatever your goal may be here tonight.
Yeah, John Ward, top of the board, 55-58 for the 92 machine. Aubrey Thompson, P2, Justin Mills, Charles Albert, and Shane Ledoux are your top 5. Most cars have wrapped up qualifying. Let's take a look down at the bottom of the board. We got a few left to go. Ward still at the top of the board, riding along with Shane Ledoux in the 12 machine. Good enough for 5th quick so far, 55-66. Logan York moves up the board. York goes up to P4 with a 55-60 for York. So the times are coming in slowly. Thompson, again, John Ward, top of the board, 55.58. Aubrey Thompson, P2, just a tick slower, 55.59. 260s, 55.60 for Justin Mills and Logan York. Bill Hensley's still out on the track. Looked like his best time is 55.72, 15th quick. Wayne Rayborn times in 55.67. That moves him up to 7th quick. Dave Duke moves up to 9th quick, 55.68 for the 78 machine. Cody Anderson, he times in 55.68 in the 42, good enough for 11th quick. Duke shuts it down, 9th quick, 55.68. You still have some cars in the back. I'm looking at 6 more cars that need to take time.
Bobby Forbes with a 7th place spot right now. Puts down a 55.66. A little bit of speed out of that 5 truck here in qualifying.
Bob Nestor, 5th quick, 55.65 in the 29. So that moves him into the top 5. Jordan LaFawn times in the 30 machine.
That's just who I was going to highlight there. The Friday Night Lights local dirt driver, the 30 truck.
Blowing the dust off of his race suit and climbing behind the truck here at Talladega. We know Jordan well, driver out of Indiana. Good to see Jordan out supporting the foundation. Jeffrey Vickery, 3rd quick, 55.60. We got 3 cars that ran a 6.0. Vickery being the recent driver in that 51 machine. Any advantage to going out late, Clayton?
I don't believe so. I mean, you could. I don't know if iRacing is that in-depth. We see the 500 and such. Some drivers, you know, they'll get that nice cloud coverage, not have a beating hot racetrack. They'll be under some cloud coverage and get just a little bit of an advantage, and that's all it takes at a super speedway when there's really no, I guess, way to mess up a qualifying time. Really, you're flat foot and hold on tight, but I don't believe iRacing is that in-depth with their cloud coverage and such, but I could be wrong.
Bo Tiffany, he's up to 15th quick, just came out on track, 55.68 for the 35 machine. Levi Garrett tribute ride.
Got the 35 and the 9. Bo Tiffany still on a lap here. And Tim Smith as well. Looks like
Tim Smith's up to 8th quick. 55.65 for the 9 machine. Dave Duke shut it down. So Bo and Tim Smith, the only 2 cars left out on the track. If you're out there, let us know you're watching. See Big Duke out on the chat. Sir, thank you for the opportunity of presenting tonight's race. Trust an old dirt guy. As we have shut it down, I think we are about wrapped up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to grid. So if you're out there, welcome. It's not Friday Night Lights, it's Saturday night. Please take a moment and as we play the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Grant Gilbert with tonight's national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a time to get at it. Let's look at the grid. The cars are on the track. John Ward and Aubrey Thompson on the front row. Jeff Vickery, Justin Mills in row 2. Logan York, Bob Nestor in row number 3. Jordan LaFon, Tim Smith in row number 4. Charles Abert, Bobby Forbes in row number 5. Shane Ledoux, Wayne Rayborn in row number 6. Shane King, David Duke in row number 7. Bo Tiffany, Joe Hale in row number 8. Cody Anderson and Justin Johnson in row number 9. Joshua King, Chris Gutierrez in row number 10. Eric McMillan, Terry Fennell in row number 11. Brock Page, Brandon Browning in row number 12. Aikman Pollard, Bill Hensley in row number 13. Jeremy Gill, Jonathan Marsh in 14. Brad Gutierrez, Eldon Stewart in row number 15. Sam Swope and Matthew Everett in row number 16. Cody Rhodes, Zach Bates in 17. Jeff Hightower, David Payton in 18. And Anthony Green and Jeff Merck in row number 19. So that's it, Clayton. That's about the biggest field I've ever called. Like to thank those companies who have sponsored tonight. Brought to you by Keep Diggin', Spartan Sim Racing Graphics, TJ's Warriors helped out. And we're about to go 50 laps at Talladega in the NASCAR trucks. Again, appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got a packed house. Clayton, what are we looking for? Here we go.
Man, it's time to get to it, whether these guys want to or not. Say goodbye to that fuel tank really quick. We're going to see a lot of different strategies. I'm hearing some teams chatter already kind of about what they're going to be doing. So definitely going to see some small packs, I would assume. Hopefully we stay clean and green and have 50 good ones here.
That is your front row, John Ward and Aubrey Thompson in that 38 machine. We're about to get the show underway. Pace truck is making its way towards pit road. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go racing at Talladega, 50 laps. Fuel capacity 25%, so pit road is going to play a big key in this. And we're lined up and ready to go. Green flag is out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. Keep Diggin' Stroke Foundation 125 NASCAR trucks at Talladega.
Yeah, the 5 truck of Bobby Forbes just did not go on the outside. 3 wide, already about mid-pack on back. Stacked up a lot of guys behind him. 31 in the middle of Cody Anderson. And I believe the X-Ride. Can't recall his name as I'm still getting familiar here, but 3 wide already in the back of the pack. Not what you want to see on lap 1 of 50 at Talladega.
Yeah, they didn't waste any time jumping out there and making it 3 wide. Up front, we got Aubrey Thompson leading the pack. Now we're starting to get 2 rows of racing here. Will that outside row, led by the 51 car, truck and the 29?
David Duke still 3 wide for about 15th right now.
Here they come at you. It looks like traffic on an LA freeway. You got cars all over the place. Looks like my computer's only picking up, I don't know, 30 cars or so for some reason. We're not used to this many cars.
No, definitely not. I forgot to change mine as well.
It looks like we have a solid 3 rows, 3 lanes to run in. Out front, Aubrey Thompson still holding down that front position. Let's go on board with Vickery and see what it looks like in the center of this pack. On board with that 51 machine, currently in 8th position. You can see that outside line starting to come up a little bit. These cars running within inches of each other.
Yeah, that middle row just a little bit broken up. Not able to get a good chain like the outside and the inside line have going right now. But, oh, we got a little bit of contact. Winner across the grass.
We got a wreck.
The yellow flag is out.
Everybody going to make it through besides the 5.
Let's take a look. Tonight's replay is brought to you by Keep Diggin Apparel. See if we can see what happened right there. That 50 machine, I think it's the 50 machine, just came up, made a little bit of contact. So, Clayton, anyone come in this early, you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see a busy pit road here for sure.
We'll take a look down pit road as the cars just cycled by.
Yeah, Shane King just came up there through the tri-oval and tagged the 5 of Bobby Forbes, and unfortunately, with it not being laid down before the race, cause of a caution going to the back. Not wanting to incorporate that mid-race. Looks like the
Here they
60
come.
Shane King gonna get away with one.
They are all lined up to come into pit lane early. Again, Clayton said we got about 7 laps that you can make it on fuel. So this will kind of shake things up, getting an early caution. Waiting for the cars. The pace truck does go by. Here comes the cars
Everybody
onto
down
pit road. Nobody's staying out. Well, you said about 2 more laps is all they would have left on fuel.
Yeah, ticking lap 5 right now. So we would have been down pit road in a big pack at 190 miles an hour had we stayed green there.
You know, I have attempted some NASCAR racing and found that Stopping for
It's
fuel can be
race
a
off pit
challenge.
road.
Yeah, we're 3 wide coming off of pit road. Here they come.
Joe Healy pitted on 19th position and just came out in second.
Like to know the pit strategy.
Yeah,
John Ward
absolutely.
in the 92 will take over the top position.
Everybody there's quick splash and go. First of many that we're going to see here tonight. But
We
man,
will get
how
a
about it for Healy?
Healy in the 20 car that Clayton is talking about. In that 9 machine, comes out second, up 14 from the start. Bill Hensley in the 81 up to 12th. He's up 14 also. 18 for Zach Bates in that 19 machine. Getting ready to go green.
Oh, news coming. That's why Joe Healy picked up so many spots. The 9 truck in second missed his pit stall.
That will add some complexity. That 9 car on the outside of the front row missed his pit. So we're figuring about 2 laps remaining in that machine. That will be an issue if that truck runs out of fuel at full speed. Somebody coming down pit road. It's Anthony Green. Green flag is out. We are back underway. 4 car pushing the 9. 9 moves to the outside. It will be John Ward and Logan York at the front of the field.
Yeah, Joe Healy hoping to get to the bottom. You can't pit from the outside, obviously, here at Talladega. Smart move to drop back. Now all you can do, if you're Healy, you're obviously not going to have any help on pit road. Going to have to come down, take your fuel, and pray for a caution to stay on the lead lap.
That is the 9 car. You can see him falling all the way to the back. He is now clear to get down. We'll see if he does drop off and come to pit road on lap. What lap are we on?
Lap 6.
Don't have my lap tracker.
Or lap 7, my apologies.
There he is on pit road all by himself. Not going to have any help coming out. You got a pusher, Vickery, at the front of the field. Let's go on that nose cam and see what those guys are doing up front. He is all over the back of Ward.
4 truck dives to the bottom for the lead. David Duke gives a shot in the shorts to the 51 mid-corner. That can be dangerous.
David Duke, the trucks don't look real stable right now, Clayton.
No, I'm seeing a lot of diving back and forth. Car in front of Jordan LaFont just blinked out. And we got one. Looks like it might have saved it.
Yeah, I'm not showing anything on my tracker. Looks like the 9 car coming out of pit road. He will fall in line. Hopefully he's up to speed. He can catch the back end of the front pack. 1 lap down. Boy, these guys are beating and banging back, or up in the front, Clayton.
Yeah, they certainly are. Still too wide, nice and tight. As the 00 is going to go a lap down here. Harry Fennell, I believe that is, going to stay high. These guys are going to hopefully take them 3 wide here and pass by him quick. Never a comfortable spot to be 3 wide in anything, in my opinion. I'm not a fan. We're going to see 4 wide as they squeeze on by him.
That was close.
And they make it through.
Chris Gutierrez in the 45 machine is up 13 spots, up to P7. Zach Bates in the 19, he is up 19. Running that middle line. And that's what it looks like. 3 lanes of racing. You can see the trucks. They're wiggling back and forth as the Navy ride. Oh, contact.
Oh, we got one.
Yes, the caution comes out. We saw that right underneath the camera. You might call it broadcaster's curse there. So we're looking at another round of pit stops here. Clayton, good show so far. A little bit different than our normal night.
Yeah, not too bad right now. Definitely, unfortunately, seeing 6 people with what's called a meatball flag, basically a mandatory black flag to pit for repairs. So 6 of them got some pretty severe damage. Not sure if fast repairs are on or not. I was not able to view that.
Laps 8, 21, and 23 tonight, brought to you by TJ's Warriors. Theodore is the son of community member. He's diagnosed with Bactrell. I'm going to take a guess at that. I know I messed that up. He had 2 surgeries within the first week of life, one being a heart surgery. If you'd like to learn more about TJ and how you can help, reach out to Derek on TikTok, or you can get a hold of Big Duke and get the contact information. I'd like to thank the great folks at TJ's Warriors for coming out, sponsoring laps 8, 21, and 23. Looks like we are in line for another round. Grandma Pete out in the audience. We haven't seen that name in a few weeks. Grandma Pete is Jordan LaFawn's grandma. Ma'am, welcome to the show. It's been a while since we've heard from you. It's great to hear from you. I hope you're doing well. All the weather you guys are getting back in Indiana. Welcome to the show. Jordan's doing just fine currently, running around 6th place or so. Yes, we're on our 2nd round of pit stops. Somebody stayed out. Not sure who that was. Here they come off of pit road.
Going the 20 truck of Joe Healy. Oh, Joe Healy. That was the... Yeah, that's... Well, it's got the 9 on the side of it. He's the one that missed his pit stall the first time, so... Everybody else showing lap 13. Joe Healy reading lap 12, so he's going to come down pit road next time by. And I don't think he'll be getting the lucky dog wave around.
And he's wide open in that 9 truck trying to get to pit road. Here comes the 9 machine. So this should wrap up the pit stops. This is the 2nd pit stop of the night. Doesn't look like tires going on that 9. And he's back off into the race. Justin Mills at the front of the field in that 26 machine. Biggest mover in the front or top 10 is Justin Johnson in the 10 machine. Car's putting on a really good show so far. Looks like cautions are falling about where you want them to fall as these guys can get into pit road. No green flag stops yet on lap 13 of 50, so we do have a ways to go. Justin Mills. Jeff Vickery in P2. John Ward, Logan York, P3. Jordan LaFawn, that rounds out your top 5. Bob Nestor, Justin Johnson, Aubrey Thompson, Shane Ledoux, and Chris Gutierrez. That rounds out your top 10. Good-looking 12 truck by Shane Ledoux. We're lining up, getting ready to try it again. So here we go again. This will be our second restart. So far, a real good show. We looked at your top 10. Dave Duke, Wayne Rayborn, Cody Anderson, Charles Abert, Zach Bates, Sam Swope, Brock Page, Jeff Merrick, Aikman Pollard, and Eric McMillan round out your top 20. So they're trying to get the field figured out here. Pace truck is making its way to pit road. We'll go on board with John Ward, the second car on the inside. Running behind that 26 machine. Green flag is out. We are back underway.
Yeah, I feel like the front 6 have just been up front all race, no matter what we do. Pit stops, cautions. That top 6 has just been able to kind of maintain their spots. Jordan LaFawn going to get a run here on the inside of the 51. Outside line starting to stack up. Hopefully get a little bit of momentum down the backstretch.
Yeah, the biggest mover in the top 10 is Justin Johnson in that 10 machine. He's up 11. Everyone else, like you said, Clayton, they kind of maintained where they started. Haven't gone too far. Now Chris Gutierrez in the 45. He is up 11 positions. Currently running in 9th. So some cars are trying to come from the back. I think they took your strategy that you talked about pre-race, kind of getting in line, ride around for a while. Don't make any big mistakes early. One car stuck on the outside. Is able to get back down in line. Nope, not yet.
And before you know it, we're going to see these guys. Oh, 29 is going to slip and pinch the 38. Oh, everybody's going to save it.
We got 4 3 wide in the back.
Everybody already fighting to get to the bottom. Seems like by the time we're done pacing and go green, everybody wants the bottom so they can file in for the green flag pit stops we're going to have.
Yeah, only one car in that top 10 stuck on the outside. That's Shane Ledoux in the 12th. Now he's able to get down to that bottom lane.
Now everybody just rides and waits for the leader to most likely key up and let everybody know when he's coming. We're going to see one big single file train build up here as the POW MIA wrapped Chevy about halfway back behind David Duke. Jeff Merck looks like. Beautiful wrap on that truck. Going to take it to the high side, him and David Duke.
See if they can't
31
work
to-
something on the outside. A lot of great looking wraps tonight for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan LaFon's got a pretty good looking one. David Duke's gold and purple's nice. That 00 POW wrap is gorgeous. And just like that, within a lap, we're back to 2 wide.
Doesn't take long. Nothing, no patience. Patience is thin. Yes, we're on board with
Oh,
David
outside.
Duke in the 78. You can see him wiggling a little bit. Let's go on his nose cam and see what it looks like from out front of the... That's what you get. You're looking at the underneath of the car in front of you.
Yeah, that's about it. You're almost blind. You can't see into the corner. You just have to hope that guy's got a good line and stay with him. Looking to pile a little bit of momentum right here, possibly get a run. Whoa! Big one. The 4's upside down. The 42's in the wall. Oh, we were more than likely coming to green flag pit stops too. Cody.
Lap 20 of 50. We're lined up to come back down pit road. We're sneaking up on halfway here. Again, greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in to Keep Digging Stroke Foundation 125 for charity race for a very important charity.
Brad Gutierrez stays out. Lucky dog. And just as soon as they stop, they're already peeling back out of their pit stalls. See if we can get any big movers that time. 1, 2, 3. David Duke comes in 5th, pulls out 3rd.
Still coming off a pit road. Got some cars taking tires. I see a couple of cars taking tires. Jeff Merck in the 39 machine, showing him up 33 places in that POW MIA ride. Good looking wrap on that vehicle. That is your biggest mover of the night in the 60 machine. Or 39 on my board. Looks like 60 on the car. Zach Bates, he's up 19 in the 19. Sam Swope up 14 in that 50 machine.
Mountain Dew ride with 15 minutes of damage, I'm hearing from the driver of the 4 truck. Looks like the one and only David Duke has jumped in the booth. David, it's Clayton. You got me?
Hey, what's
Man, it's looking hectic out there, buddy. We saw everybody get single file. We were hoping for some green flag pit stops, and you changed your mind on that. Went back to the top and seemed to kind of get lucky. You know, if you'd have stayed single file there, you could have been involved in that big one that we saw in 3 and 4. Man, how's the track looking out there?
man? It's not bad. I was hoping we were going to get to this green flag stop. I was like 2.38 laps away from coming in. Yeah, I get bored, and the side draft, it's so fun here. If you know how to work it, you can make hay on the outside by yourself. So that's kind of what I was wanting to do. But
you're going to be on the outside.
I don't know. Maybe we can get settled in. We're coming up on halfway here in a few laps. Everything's fun. We just need to chill for a second and get to a green flag.
Yeah, man, we're seeing a lot of 3 wide by the time we get off of turn 2 when we take the green flag. Not really the best move with the light fuel tank that these trucks have tonight. What do you think it's going to take for that 78 to park in victory lane?
And just keep a camera on it.
10-4, Duke. Well, we wish you the best of luck, man, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again at the end of the race.
10-4. Thank y'all, fellas.
That was the 78 car of Dave Duke. He's currently rolling off in P3, up 11 positions from his start in that Noble Esports ride. Here comes the field. We are on lap 22. Caution laps do count, Clayton, I'm going to assume.
Yes, I believe they've been ticking down. Yeah, that caution flew on lap 19. They're coming to 23 when we go green. So with caution laps counting, you're able to save even more fuel, pit less amount of times, and hopefully not have a 7 pit stop race, and hopefully, you know, pin that on somebody else that is stuck running up front. They can't seem to get dropped back. Everybody's almost, it's like you're fighting for second, fighting to be behind a truck. Nobody wants to lead right now with a gap like that.
Boy, that was a huge jump by the Yes, the green flag is out.
Man, the leader went. Leader went in the wrong restart zone, drops all the way to the tail. Everybody flies by. Not sure if Johnson there was able to catch the back of the draft. If not, he'll again have to hope for a quick caution so he can avoid going a lap down.
If you're out there tuning in, you'll see at the ticker above the screen, some of those drivers showing out. They are not out of the race. I need to get with Clayton and figure out how to extend the number of cars you can view, as we are not used to having 30-something cars for sure. Four-car Justin Mills at the front of the field. John Ward, David Duke is still up there in the 79 on that outside lane. The first car in line, getting a little bit of a shove there. Looks like they're trying to build an outside lane here, Clayton.
Yeah, they certainly are. Every one of those guys on the outside squeezing, side draft in the inside row. Kind of benefiting. David Duke able to get a little bit of a nose on him, almost clear by a truck length. But with the momentum the high side's got right now, I don't expect David to drop down. Just as we say that, the 4 truck and his line on the inside are going to pull back by. Jordan LaFawn jumps up to the outside, maybe seeing what's going on up there, favoring the top.
So we are 2 by 2 by 2. Back to, well, near the back of the field. Somebody coming out of pit lane. Didn't see who that was, Clayton.
Had an incident here.
Was the 33 machine coming out of the pits. Yeah, if we're going to do asphalt racing, I got some computer work to do, Clayton. I'm only seeing probably the top 20, I don't know, 30 cars, 20 cars?
Yeah, I had to turn mine down to 20, which is not the best for race control because sometimes you can miss an incident if you don't catch it in time. Luckily, I've caught every one so far, but man, I am definitely going to be treating myself to a new PC here soon. This one is, she's been a good girl for the last 4 years. It's time to hang her up.
David Duke, now he's stuck in the middle in that 78 ride.
Yeah, that is not what you want.
They're trying to build a middle lane now. You got a strong line on the bottom that John Merck in the 39 car. He is up 32 positions in that POW MIA ride. He is up to P4. He is on the tail of that 78. Oh.
Where is the accident? There it is. Big one. I was just talking about how you can miss one.
See what happened here. It's in the back of the pack. That Navy ride looks like he gets up into the back of, I can't see who that is. But around they go. Yes, we're lined up to come down pit road once again on lap 23 of 50. Justin Mills at the front of the field. David Duke, John Ward, Jeff Merrick, Aubrey Thompson, your top 5. Yes, they're lined up. You can see everybody coming down.
Here they come.
See if we have any
David Duke.
Big movers here.
If David Duke can capitalize and get one more spot. I don't believe so. He's going to drop back 3.
John Merck in that POW MIA truck, Clayton, is up 35 positions.
Yeah, he's definitely making a name for himself right now, as we're still pretty new to a lot of people, but man, he's killing it.
Came off of pit road 3rd. Just heard the wind and rain through my headset, so we're getting quite a storm right now. It's currently showing Aikman Pollard at the front of the field. John Ward in the 92. David Duke falls back to 5th.
Saving fuel down there on the apron, I hear. I hear that is a thing. Not very familiar with asphalt.
Feel kind of like a fish out of water tonight, but I guess the more you do it, the better you get at it, huh? Again, big shout out to TJ's Warriors. Sponsored lap 8, 21, and 23. TJ's son had 2 surgeries within the first week of life, one being open heart surgery. If you'd like to find out more how you can donate and help out, get a hold of Derek on TikTok or get a hold of Big Duke. Let him know you're interested. Lights are off on the pace truck, getting ready to go back green. So we do have a car exiting pit road. I heard. I don't see him.
Aikman Pollard pitted a lap before the caution come out. Talk about a little psychic power coming out of that 41.
Puts him at the front of the field. See how that plays out. Puts him up 24 from the start. Pace truck makes its way to pit road, leaving the field to Aikman Pollard in that 41 machine.
And I think when he signals, everybody else will have at least one more lap, but I think he'll bring people with him. He might be able to play out pretty good on this. We'll see.
Sponsored by the Tennessee Speed. That is your front 6 or 7, 4 car, giving a little shove to the 41. The 92 looks like the outside lane is going to go. 92 drops down. So we got cars shuffling from the top to the bottom. Don't look now. Jeff Merrick in the 60 MIA POW machine. Again, I apologize. We're only capturing the top 24. Looks like the outside line cannot form. Got a solid line down low.
Yeah, like back on the light fuel, man. As soon as we're green, everybody wants the bottom.
Clayton, how many cars does it take to get in line for that outside row to compete with the inside?
Well, if they can pull down in side draft like we're seeing David Duke and the Ford truck do, as the 38's going to drop to the bottom, if you can pull down in side draft, man, you could do it with 2 or 3 trucks. It doesn't take too much as long as you know what you're doing up there. You got a couple good guys together. You can do it 2-3 people by yourself. You can take down a chain of 3, but man, they gotta get it together as they're now stacking up really well. Those front few, if they can hang on the rear quarter panels of the inside few leaders there, they can make something happen and clear them and get down there themselves.
They're 2x2, clear back to, I don't know, 20th?
Yeah, I've got the top 20 on mine, and I see nothing but 2x2. Side drafting all over the place.
POW MIA ride up 35. That's Jeff Merck in the 39. $18 laps to go. Now 17. So in dirt racing, we wait till the last lap. Is there going to be a late race run? Is it the same theory, Clayton?
Yeah, only difference is we're not going to see a slide job here, but we're going to see somebody that has really not been talked about all race, that is going to be able to hook up with 1 or 2 people and kind of catch the whole field by surprise, almost sneak by, if you could call it something. Nobody's used to running with you. We haven't seen your paint scheme up front. And just lock with 1 or 2 others, man, and go where everybody else is not. Let everybody else wiggle and bang into each other, trying to hold each other back, and you just drive by all of it with a couple people on your tail or in front of you. And that's what we're going to get ready to see here. I would assume with maybe 3 to 5 to go, we'll see somebody start to charge from the back if they can pair up with a few people.
You got the outside third lane starting to form. That was close. Only 2 cars on that outside. $16 laps to go. Looks like you got that Navy ride on the outside. Big shout out to all of our veterans. Got your 6 Racing Network. Support of veterans. Oh,
big one.
There we go. At the front of the field.
In it. Jordan LaFawn's in it and has blown up. Justin Anderson. Or Justin Johnson, my apologies. Jeffrey Vickery's in it. Tim Smith, Billy Hensley. Man, stick people again with black.
Let's see if we can find it, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look. It is the 111 of Jordan LaFawn, the 51 involved. Watch that 51 car on the bottom. That's the black car on the inside. Looks like the X turns down. Jordan LaFawn turned down. Maybe that was a reaction to that X car coming down. Navy ride caught up. Jordan LaFawn, the 51 car of Jeff Vickery involved. Some tore up race cars for sure. $14 laps to go. Yes, vehicles are coming off of pit road, listening to race chat. Clayton, drivers getting a little impatient with each other as we get closer to go here.
Yeah, guess I'm being accused of fixing the race for certain people. I keep throwing the caution when green flag pit stops need to happen, so I guess that's new to me.
I didn't think you could make cars wreck, but man, if you have that ability, I might
I'll have
need
to
you out
see
here
what
in
I can do in Friday
California.
Night Lights.
I have to have you out here in California real racing.
Yeah, I'll stand there. I don't need signal sticks. I'll just use the force and clear everybody out of your way.
Brock Page in the 62 machine is P1, up 22 from his start. Jeff Merrick in that says 39 on the screen. I believe he is the 60, the POW MIA ride. He's up 34 in fourth. David Duke in the 78 is in fifth. John Ward in the 92. Logan York. Joe Hill, the 9 car, has made a comeback. He's up into P8. Bobby Forbes, Aikman Pollard, that is your top 10. $13 laps to go. Page, Mills, Thompson, Merck, Duke, your top 5. We'll go back green on lap 14, or with 14 to go. My apologies.
Oh, don't rewind us all the way back there.
Like to thank Spartan Sim Racing Graphics for coming on board, sponsoring the Keep Diggin' Stroke Foundation 125. Big raffle coming up. Big Duke on TikTok, I think he said. Did he say TikTok?
Yeah. Yeah,
The
a
raffle
whole simulator
tomorrow
rig
night.
going out to somebody.
Yeah. So I'd like to thank all the sponsors that chipped in, all the drivers that came out, donated to the Stroke Foundation. Greatly appreciated. Lights are off on the pace truck.
What? Oh.
Pace truck is making its way to pit road. Green flag is back out. We are coming to 12 to go. Page, Mills, Thompson, Merck, Duke, your top 5. Biggest mover, Brock Page is up 22. He is in first. Jeff Merck is in fourth. He is up now third. He is up 35. On board with David Duke in the 78. Third car in line on the low side. And that, ladies and gentlemen, what it looks like.
Well, hopefully we can stay green for the last 12 and have at least one green flag pit stop. Nobody's going to be able to make it. 11 to go. Nobody's going to be able to make it with this small of a fuel tank. Caution's out.
11 laps to go. Caution is back out. See if we can catch up to what happened. It's not showing up on my screen. Trying to get around, assume everyone will come to pit road. If they got 7 laps, that means they will have to come for 1 green flag stop with 3 to go. Will anybody chance staying out? I don't remember what lap we came to pit road last time, Clayton. Everyone lined up to come down pit road. Couple trucks staying out. Looks like Merck and Ward will get back out in front of the field. David Duke's going to battle it out with somebody there getting to the line, exit of pit road. Clayton, if we stay green, these guys are going to probably have to come to pit road with 1 lap to go. So this could be interesting in the end here. Yes, we'll double it up one more time. Joshua King in that 17 ride is at the front of the field. He's up 18 from his start. John Ward is still near the front in the 92. He started on the pole. Jeff Merck in that POWMIA ride. He is up 35 in P3. Logan York, P4. Justin Mills in the 26. We saw Joe Hill in that 9 machine in an earlier incident. Thought he went a lap down. Now he is running in P6. Green flag is back out, ladies and gentlemen. 9 coming to 8 laps to go. If we stay green, we're looking at a last lap green flag stop. That would make things interesting, Clayton.
Yeah, it certainly would. The front 2, you want to stay up there because you don't have much time left in the race, and obviously you can't win it from 3rd, but you're burning twice as much fuel running first, or second or whatever you may be, if you're leading either lane, you're burning twice as much fuel as anybody behind you. So anybody from, second in a line on back could possibly make it, but them front runners are not going to be able to.
There is the front pack. We're going to go 3 wide. Further back, 14th, 15th area. Jeff Merck, we talked about him earlier, has fallen in line behind King in that 39 POWMIA ride. The 92, that is John Ward. He has been up front the entire race, run a smart race. Now he'll edge in front. A lot of shuffling going on in the back with 7 laps to go. Oh, contact!
Doran, and there's the wreck on the backstretch.
The yellow flag is out.
So that will take away the last lap caution for fuel as they will come down this time. See what happened here. Jordan LaFon back there in the 111. He clears. Navy ride. The 5 just comes up into the Navy machine. Turns the 41. Let's see if we can get a word with Big Duke. We'll let him take care of his. Let him get his service, and we'll pull Big Duke up to the booth. Oh, he's going to stay out. Big Duke, this is Joe in the booth. You got me? Big Duke, this is Joe in the booth. You got me?
Hey, what's happening?
Man, so what's it like? You're out there at the front of the field all of a sudden. What's your pit strategy here?
I mean, I'm good to make it to the end, as we sit right here. But I'm hoping that we can get to the white flag is what I'm hoping, and that this pays off.
Yeah, man, a great race so far. You got some company up there with the 51 of Jeff Vickery. Do you know these guys that you're running around?
Indirectly, yeah, I know them. I mean, I race around them quite a bit.
Well, you're up 12 positions from your start. We're going to go green with like 4 laps left to go, man. So pull those belts tight. Let's get after it.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys very much. Hopefully we can get it to the green.
Good luck. That was David Duke, Big Duke. He will roll off second. Did not come the pit road. As you hear, he thinks he can make it. We'll have 4 to go when we go green.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Here, and we got some wrecking going on under caution. So David Duke's got the 51 of Jeffrey Vickery on his outside. Did David Duke do just what the doctor ordered to bring that 78 car home in P1? We'll get an interview with the top 3 at the conclusion. As the drivers try to get set up here. So we will go back green with 3 laps to go. Lights are off on the pace truck. Greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is only my second journey ever into asphalt racing. We come from the dirt side of the business. A little bit different. Apologize, my iRacing wasn't set up to capture 35, 36 cars, whatever it is. So if we get the chance to do this again, some changes we got to make. Greatly appreciate everyone tuning in.
I will not call another asphalt.
So I did this 2 years ago, an asphalt race, and haven't been back since. Just a little different style than dirt. Kind of cool. Tracking pit stops and laps and strategy. Yeah, as the green flag comes out, it will be David Duke in the 78 at the front of the field. Jeffrey Vickery. Looks like Duke is going to get some help from John Ward. John Ward started third. He's running second. Started first. He's running second. My apologies. 51 car thought about jumping to that outside as the 2 cars on the high side go by. Duke goes down. It's about to get racy, Clayton.
Yeah, they all just drove right around David Duke. I didn't even see him duck to purposely get back. I think they just had that much of a run and maybe caught him by surprise getting around him.
John Ward started on the pole. He's currently at the front of the field in the red, white, and blue. Number 92. He's got help with Logan York to his bumper. We're going to go 3 wide. They're starting to wiggle a little bit. That would drive me absolutely insane.
Yeah, I like the short track asphalt.
Duke jumps to the outside. Gets a little bit of a bump from the rear by the 51. This is the front of the field. That is Big Duke right in front there as the 9 car goes by. Two laps to go. Final lap. 1 lap to go. John Ward started on the pole. He is running in first in the 92. Big Duke on the outside, leading the outside row. The 48 car, that is Logan York on the inside. Those cars are stuck down low. We got a wiggle. Will the 51 be able to push Duke?
Here he comes. Side draft.
Trying to get the side draft. The 78 wiggles. You're pushing the pedal through the floor of your sim rig. Big wiggle. Will that Duke lose momentum? Ward at the front of the field. Big wreck. York, Ward, York, Duke, your top three. We'll get a word with your top three momentarily. We'll get a word with your top three as they make their way to the start-finish line. Like to thank everybody for tuning in. Keep digging Stroke Foundation 125. Big raffle. Check out Big Duke on TikTok tomorrow for the raffle. Looks like the only one that made it to pit lane is indeed David Duke.
David, this is Clayton and Joe. We got us.
Yes, sir, fellas. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good, man. A lot of 375 total incident points that race, man. But the 78 only accumulated 4. How'd you get that done?
Man, that happened after the stripe happened as well. I lost my help there at the end. I stayed out. I knew I had enough to make it. I thought we could finally get to a flag that we needed to get to, and we did. And I lost my help there coming off of 4. They got bottled up, and nothing I could do. I tried to side draft as heavy as I could, and damn near wrecked him, getting into his right rear, just trying to be as aggressive as I could to maintain the best finish that I could. And 3's about as good as we could do.
Yeah, man, you still put on a heck of a race, man. Not bad for your first charity race, your first host putting one of these together. It was an honor to be a part of it. Who do you got to thank on that 78 ride for everything here tonight?
Well, man, I don't know. You got a long time. I want to thank my wife, Allie, at MVV Travel Co. for putting up with me. If anybody needs any travel booked, go look up Allie at MVV or at Allie MVV Travel Co. on TikTok. Keep digging. Keepdigging.square.site, my store. Tight Lines Apparel. Clayton, you get the address out on that. iRacing, iFlag, Drop Gear Racing. Dale Cracker came on board for this race. AnythingEC.com. Man, just a host of people. Chiller Body, LSRX Gaming, Mr. Justin Johnson that kind of helped me develop the artwork for this and kind of inspired me to start these. So, man, I know I probably forgot somebody, and if I did, I'm sorry. Joe, thank you for coming on and bringing your network to broadcast it. We greatly appreciate that. But it's a great way, man. It was a good race, good from my window. I was up near the front most all night and gambled there at the end. I think I made the right call. Just lost the help.
Yeah, it was a wild one, man. I wish we could have seen a green flag pit stop. A couple drivers speculating that I was purposely throwing the caution there. Conveniently, when green flag stops were due, so that was a pretty funny moment on the broadcast. But you did put together one hell of a race, man. 38 people, your first time out. Props to you, man. I love working with you each and every day. Can't wait to see what you're gonna do here in 2024, and be a part of everything you got going on, man.
Yes, sir. And one more quick shout out to Mr. Terry Wilson on Facebook, or I'm so on TikTok and YouTube.
Was a good race, man.
He put up a private donation for some of the raffle and put up the private donation for the purse tonight. So I greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. And we're gonna get going on more of these.
Yes, sir, buddy. We'll hopefully we'll be back for some more and be talking to you again up in the booth.
Clayton, you see Logan York or John Ward in the waiting room?
I will be right back. Let me see who this is.
Trying to see who else we got in the waiting room tonight.
Yeah, I got Logan York here. Bring him up for you. There you go.
Logan, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, good run. It looked rough out there. It seems like if you got up front until the last few laps, it got a little rough up front. But up front was where you needed to be. How was your ride in that 48 machine?
Oh yeah, it was a really good run. I was really hoping there'd be some green flag pit stops because I've been working on those a lot in other series. Was trying to hope to put it on display here with some of my friends that I was working with. Shout out to those guys, John Ward, Aubrey Thompson, Justin Mills, Jeff Merck. Those guys are awesome. We were in the front most of the time. But yeah, it was where I was. I just saw a lot of trouble in the back, so I knew I really couldn't let myself fall back or get hung out. So I just tried to hold my line, hold one line as long as I could, and just hope for the best.
Yeah, man. So we were talking on the broadcast. For one time there, when the caution came out, we were looking at a green flag stop with 1 to go, which I think would have been absolutely phenomenal finish. Man, were you set up for a pit stop with 1 to go, or would you have tried to stretch it?
Oh yeah. So coming out of the pits there, I had 8 laps of fuel, so I was able to stretch it. For sure. Yeah. If we hadn't have gone 1 to green on that caution. As we went 1 to green when it was we had 2 more pace laps. I would have been able to make it. I think I still could have made it. Yeah, I was just planning on saving fuel, but that second wreck kind of threw that strategy out the window. But yeah, I was set up for sure. I would have made it to the end.
Man, great run. Who do you want to thank on that 48 ride for a second place finish?
Yeah, as I said before, just here with a couple friends: John Ward, Justin Mills, Aubrey Thompson, Bobby Forbes, Jeff Merck, all those guys, all of you for broadcasting. It's awesome. It was awesome to be allowed to run here with these guys too. Just honored to be here.
Yeah, man, great run. Hopefully, if we do this again, we get a chance to talk to you on the podium, up 1 position.
Hopefully.
All right, man. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right, Clayton. There you go. There is the Keep Diggin' Stroke Foundation 125. We made it through a hard surface race. What are your thoughts on the broadcast, on the race?
Yeah, there was very little to no patience, unfortunately. I wish we could have seen a few green flag pit stops there, but hey, man, when there's money on the line, we've seen people do some crazy things for $100 bills. So I'm not really surprised. Guys were definitely roughing each other up, not really, given the room. We're super speedway racing, tight, fast, everywhere, and everybody was kind of just all over each other, man. It was unfortunate. Wish we could have seen a green flag pit stop, at least one of them, to see kind of how it would shake things up. But it is what it is, man. Keep on digging, and hopefully we'll get an even better show next time.
Yes, indeed. And for those Got Your Six Racing Network folks out there, we'll see you Friday night back on the dirt track. Everyone else that tuned in, greatly appreciated. This was our first journey onto the hard surface. So if we do this again, I have some improvements to make, but it really enjoyed it. Big Duke put on a great show. Like to thank all the drivers and sponsors who came out tonight. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way.